Hello and welcome to Whiteland Restorations.
Next instalment of the Frogeye restoration.
Ribbit.
Lewis has been busy on this, doing lots of jobs.
Me and Mojo had the lovely job of grinding down all the welds that were inside. Apprentice duties.
Yeah, it's got to be done.
But, the front end came out nice, didn't it, last week?
Beautiful panel. That is all looking fantastic.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the way that came out.
You should be, it's very good. Lots of people enjoyed watching you do that as well.
Good,
oh, you didn't film it, did you? No, you didn't, because you were training
I filmed most
Mojo.
of it, some of it, the last few bits.
Anyway, it's beautiful. But this episode is going to be...
Probably the last fabrication episode on this, because we're trying to plough on with actual work. So we're just going to repair this corner here, which will be a double repair because the inner skin is also hole.
Yeah, it's gone through, hasn't it? But you're going to be removing this, making a new bit, putting it back in.
Basically, that should be seamless by the end of it. Whilst I've got it open, I shall be...
touching its butt.
Good.
This will be back to...
Do you think if you touched its butt, it would fire off forwards like a frog?
It would. Yeah.
Maybe.
That's why it gets its name Frogeye. It's not for the face. It's if you touch its butt.
It jumps forwards.
But we're really excited to get to the next stage, which will be...
I want to get on to filler work.
And primer.
Primer, prep, primer, paint.
I've just had the materials delivered. I love delivery day.
Yeah. Ah, it's expensive though.
It's expensive.
It's expensive.
But we get really good quality boxes.
Yeah, we do actually.
And when you get to our double wall boxes, oh my god!
We need to get on with the work.
All right. Got no other updates about what's been going on in the workshop. We've just been busy.
Yeah, the E46 engine is coming back together.
Yes. It was a bit of a tense moment, but we're all right.
Yeah,
we're
a bit of a tense moment. I'm actually building it with Laura, so we'll be a video on that coming soon. Last time you saw Laura in the video doing something. Was it a BMX?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
That's the last thing she built
she didn't.
with us.
She was in the Volvo videos and
building stuff.
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Anyway, she's helping building the engine. She's enjoying it.
I'll probably cut most of that out. Right.
Let's crack on. Right, go and get the grinding discs and the cutting discs and get that off.
Okay.
That's right. Just easy as that.
I'll make a template first, though, okay? So let's kick this off with some cardboard aided design. Obviously transfer that over to your steel sheet. Cut it out the quickest way and easiest way you can. I've got a big old electric guillotine. And finally finalize the shape with the old tin snips. Now we have our basic shape cut. We're going to actually use the car itself to help shape the first section. So we're just going to clamp it on underneath a wee bit like this. Hashtag all the clamps. There we go, that shouldn't move now. So we're just, like I said earlier, we're just going to ease this around with our fingers. It should go pretty easily. That wasn't very well clamped, was it? And it is actually a very slight curve of that way. So what we need, as you can see, by the way this is rocking on there. So we need to just take it to the stretcher shrinker and put a light shrink through here. Let's just show you how the shrinker stretcher works on this dead straight folded piece of metal. Here's the shrinker stretcher.
Looks like a parrot.
It's foot operated.
Oh, sorry, foot operated.
And when you press your foot on the pedal, you can see the jaws pinch in. So, as you place your straight piece of metal in, it doesn't take much pressure. You can move along. It's very gently. Can turn your very straight piece of metal into a very curved piece of metal.
It's very handy, especially on a nice curved car like a Frogeye.
Yeah, so we don't need much of a curve on this. This here is a very slight curve and this bit is flat, so we just need to put a very gentle curve in through there.
So it's not flat, there's a slight curve.
It's curved in both directions. It's curved that way, which we already have, and it's curved that way, which is what we're going for now.
So, to the parrot.
Very easy, these foot-operated ones, to go too far.
Do you remember when we first got it and you were trying it out and then you ripped a piece of metal in half?
Yeah.
They're a lot more powerful than you think.
Oh, that looks like it's way too much.
Way too much?
Let's try it.
Let's test fit. This is why we're test fitting.
Yeah, it just happens to be right.
You do this every time. It is so annoying. Do you know that? Oh no, we've ruined it. Let's just have a look. Perfect.
There's always the stretcher jaws. There's no such thing as ruining bits of metal.
No, I know. But
right, so there we go.
You're a jammy git. You know that?
I'm a jammy git.
Jammy git.
Right, so next we just have to mark down the back of there.
And then we get to use another tool, don't we?
Another tool.
Yeah.
Jenny from the block.
Jenny from the block.
Who's going to help us with this bit.
Right, get your Sharpie. Sorry, get my Sharpie or my long nibbed pen from my. Let me have a look. Yep, from my toolbox.
It's not got your name on it.
I don't need to have a name on it.
Your name's Edding.
Every pen in this workshop is mine.
All right. No.
Would you like me to hold it for you?
I'm just going to hold that there. Do you want
me to do the line? Do you want me to help?
I'm going to do it. Just trying to get it in the right place, that's all.
You know what they say? Measure twice, draw once.
Do they?
No. Let's have a look at that. Beautifully done.
We just need to trim a little bit off of that bottom bit there.
Right then.
We'll deal with that later.
Next tool.
To the Jenny.
To the Jenny. Hello, Jenny.
We just trim this
Poor
bit
Jenny.
off. What's wrong with Jenny?
She looks sad.
Yeah. Jenny has had a broken back. Poor Jenny. She broke her back a while ago. Don't lend your tools to people.
The thing is, she's working so well, we don't want to replace her.
Right, so basically you roll this, you saw this in action. If you watched the last episode of Frogeye, you saw this in action, making that little curvy bit to go in the front. Because we were doing a full over a roll with it. So we just, that's not enough tension, a bit more tension. There we go. Follow the line as best you can.
You can see it lifting up, can't you, as it's coming out?
Well, the first one is just to press in a little dent for the
for it to follow.
For the shape to follow in. So the first one's more important than the other ones. And then the second one, try and get back onto that edge. And as you go, give it a little lift, probably like 5 to 10 degrees at a time.
Slowly, slowly, catch your monkey.
Yeah, you can't go all at once with something like this. It just don't work, I'm afraid.
So see that curve now? Stay still. There we go. Look. Lovely.
Coming on.
Coming on.
So a few more of them and we'll be back with you. Unless you're going to film it all.
I'll probably film it all.
Okay. Every pass is a little easier, a little bit quicker. Probably the end bit, which is a bit tricky on this one because there's a goddamn bit of metal in the way. So we'll probably just do it bit by bit.
Beautiful.
And that will do. You can see it's really pulling around. It also distorts up a little bit. So yeah, we have to hand finish when we get the block of metal. So big old bit of metal, you could probably use a vise or whatever you've got lying around, an old disc or something.
Something sturdy.
Something sturdy. This has got all sorts of strange angles on it to help ease shaping. Also some hand weights are handy for just putting in like that. Just got to dress that down a bit there. There we go.
Hold on, stop. We had a comment in the last video about, do you have a favourite hammer?
This is my favourite hammer.
This is your favourite hammer.
This is my favourite hammer. It's a snap-on hammer. Most of my panel beating hammers are snap-on hammers. I don't go with the whole snap-on thing, to be fair. Their tools have gone downhill, but the hammers are very good. This was the first one I bought. It's bloody brilliant. It's the flat chiseled end, semi-flat
It's your
front.
favourite. Hold on. Good hammer.
I have a few, but
this is my favourite.
Yeah, there are many like it. Yeah, there we go. Kinda, just a little bit of a tap there. Looking very good.
Beautiful. We're going to give it a little offer up and see how we're looking.
Yeah. Did you hear my wrist click?
Jesus.
Yeah, let's not that bit.
Oh, look at that. It is
it's
gorgeous.
A little, from the Jenny, it's stretched that a little bit too much. So we just need to put that in the stretcher and take some of that shape out.
To change the jaws.
Change the jaws on the stretcher.
It's really easy, isn't it? So.
Yeah, Alan.
Just pop them out.
And put these back in. We could almost have done this video uncut, you know.
Possibly, yeah.
That would have been fun, wouldn't it? There we go.
Jaws are changed.
Let's get rid of that. Alright, just stretching that slightly then. Just look how curved that is, this edge here. Way too curved. So we just need to, we're going to start at the worst point.
Hold on, let me get in. Right, so we're going the opposite way now.
Yeah, just at the worst point there. We're just going to very gently, a little bit, and move it a little bit.
Very careful. When you're pushing your foot down on this, so careful because it's a vicious thing.
Needs a bit more there. Right, let's go and check that. That's reduced that radius quite a bit.
I'm coming in.
Not quite there.
Not quite.
Pretty
a little
close.
bit more fettling, but it's just a touch more.
Just a touch more, like you said. Yeah.
Right, do that. Come back.
That's all fettled up and fits fairly well. Look at that.
Fairly well. It's bloody lovely. That.
Let me just put a couple of clamps on it so you can get a quick all around. No, it doesn't want to clamp, obviously.
It's not going to want to clamp now.
A little clamp up there. And under pressure because Baba's waking up.
Yeah.
Gently clamp it there.
Yeah. Right, so there we go. Lewis has created the replacement panel, and all that's left to do now is to cut it out and stick that in.
Chop, there will be a repair needed done to the
Oh
inner
yeah, the
as
inner
well, because
skin,
the inner's
yeah.
same condition.
Well, I'll leave you to discover what's underneath there.
Yay, let's go.
Yeah.
What was that? It appears we found more rot than we were hoping to find under there. I was really hoping just a little bit on the bottom here, but it really has eaten away at this inner structure quite a lot. So we're no longer going to be making a repair panel for this section. We're just going to drill off this entire piece, the inner section, and replace it with a brand new one, which we will have to fabricate. Yeah, a little bit more work than we were hoping to do, but I think that's preventative maintenance, don't you? It's quite rotten.
One simple little dink in the panel, and the water can come out.
Now that little repair is, the inner repair is done, let's, oh, what a lovely noise. Let's get back on with the repair we're all here for. What a lovely spit. Isn't it nice to have a car on a spit? Right, that's lovely, that is just So, back to where we were. This patch here is still fitting nicely over the other panel that we fabricated. Yep, so we need a slightly better fit because we're not going to be using those little clamps to help us hold it in. I just would like it fitting a wee bit snugger, if snugger is a real word. So, hold it nice and tight in like that, and using this lovely scriber. This is a carbide tipped scriber available on our store, very sharp, and to be fair, I've never had to sharpen one, so we're just gonna trim that back and that'll give us a nicer edge to work to. That does fit nice. So, need to do a bit of spraying on the inside of the panel. Need to remove this rust, spray the inside of the panel, punch a load of holes around the outside of it, and glue it on. Look at that, Lovely, beautiful. Look how nice and clean it is inside compared to how it was when we took it apart. I mean, it was full of rust. I'm just going to use a little clamp to help hold it. Sometimes clamps can be more of a hindrance when you're dealing with patches like this. I'm just making sure I'm happy with the way it all lines up. I don't have those little block clamps to help with this because I think I would lose the little blocks forever in the butt of this Frogeye. It would be in there forever. So I'm quite happy with the way that's lining up. Just do one tack at a time, find a nice spot that does line up, tack that area, move along to the next spot. Nice healthy tack. We can lose these clamps now. Right, I got it tacked to where I'm very happy with it. What I like to do at this point is double up all my tacks before I move on to the next stage. And I finished this off with a 120 grit flat disc, and
I have to say, you can't feel this at home, but I will feel it for you. That is seamless. That's beautiful.
ooh la la.
Yeah, good job, honey. Nice, nice, nice. I mean, bit of epoxy over that now, sealed it?
Yeah, temporarily seal that up until we're into paintwork territory.
Good, good.
This little bit at the back, I couldn't quite get much in the way of anything up there in order to hammer it flat. So I ground it back, I welded up the holes, and it's not very distorted anyway, so a tiny bit of filler will
probably best not to try and make it worse, isn't it?
You can make things worse.
Yeah.
If you can't get up in there, I've got a pin puller if there's something there.
It's just such a nice curvy shape, isn't it?
It's very strong, actually.
Yeah.
Not strong in curvy shapes.
But no, this is very... Hold on, I just want to... Frogeye.
No Frogeye.
No Frogeye?
No, no trending things
no trending
here. There's no trending things
I think that
going
trend's
on
been and gone, to be honest.
Yeah.
So that is really good. What's next?
Bye!
Don't forget to hit that subscribe, hit that bell. Hello patrons, hello members. We'll see you all next time.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Oh,
No, don't stand on the gravel.
my feet are cold.
Put tin foil inside your shoes.
Who's going first?